What is up, y'all? I am the dating pool guy, and today we are going to be reacting to this video. Man uses new dating app but meets woman with strangest fantasy. Oh man, I don't know what that means. Y'all, please like, share, subscribe. Once again, I'm the dating pool guy, cleaning up the dating pool through reactions, through advice, whatever it takes, man. We got to clean up this dating pool. So yeah, thanks to everybody that's been watching my videos. Subscribe, man. Please subscribe. I got more content coming for you guys, and I have 2 subscribers right now, and I'm excited, man. Hey, any subscriber is a good subscriber. All right. Well, not any. Anyway. All right. So let's go ahead and lock in, man. Let's get it.
When a lonely man matches with a sultry woman on a mysterious dating app for casual encounters, he becomes entangled in a deadly game of deception where nothing is as it seems. While preparing dinner, Anna receives a call from her partner, Josh, who explains he'll be late due to traffic. Miffed, she nonetheless accepts his excuse and resumes cooking. As Anna's patience begins to wear thin, Josh finally arrives, apologizing profusely. The visibly annoyed woman could only give her man a quick kiss before leading him to the dinner table. Josh then tries to further appease Anna by complimenting the food she prepared, but out of nowhere, she asks him why he seems nervous. He brushes it off with a casual denial, only to accidentally knock over his glass of wine, betraying his claim. Frustrated by his obvious deception, Anna grabs Josh's phone and accuses him of infidelity. With a heavy heart, he eventually comes clean,
All right, look. Let me say this real quick. Nothing against my boy Josh, you know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me scoot up a little bit. Hey, respectfully, I don't know if Josh would end up with this lady right here. I mean, the couple, Josh is cool, bro. I respect you, but that's his wife. Well, you know what? That does happen, actually. I'm not even gonna lie. You know, women do date guys that. All right, let's keep going.
confessing to cheating with his assistant. Anna could only lament their crumbling marriage. In a moment of vulnerability, she expresses her desire to make him feel loved in a way no other woman has. They then proceed to make love, with the security camera capturing it all. The next morning, as Josh prepares to leave the house, a well-dressed man suddenly enters, leaving him confused. Before he can react, though, the man warns he's in serious trouble. Just then, Anna appears to intervene. The man turns out to be Anna's husband, Tom. As he menacingly approaches Josh, the latter nervously tries to explain his presence in the house. Before he could finish, though, Anna sneaks up from behind and presses a cloth soaked in a substance over his face, knocking him unconscious. Later that day, a disoriented Josh wakes up in the bathroom to find Anna sitting beside him. Struggling to piece together what happened, he looks to her for answers. Anna calmly explains that her actions earlier were meant to protect him. She then reveals a shocking truth. Tom had been watching them the entire time through the home's security cameras. She adds that her husband gets turned on by seeing her with other men. As Josh remarks on the absurdity of the situation, Anna wryly mentions the app where they met, noting that it doesn't exactly attract the most upstanding individuals. A few days ago, Josh's friend Mark called, excited about LoveBomb, an app for casual dating. Still reeling from his breakup with Tara, Josh admitted he wasn't ready to date. Undeterred, Mark shared his thrilling experience with the app, urging Josh to give it a try. When Josh confessed he still loved his ex, Mark reminded him she had already moved on, and that he should too. Moments after the call, the newly single man gave in and downloaded LoveBomb, eventually matching with Anna. For their first meeting, Anna proposed an unusual scenario. They would roleplay as husband and wife. In this setup, Josh would arrive late, confess to cheating, and then they would make love. Back in the bathroom, Anna explains that Tom enjoys watching her roleplay with other men, hence why she orchestrated the scenario they acted out the previous night. However, Josh remains puzzled, mentioning that Tom didn't seem particularly pleased when he saw him.
All right, pause. Hold on one second. Let me just say this real quick. If you see a woman that looks like this, like a bad John, you always got to be careful, bro. Honestly, no, I take that back. Any woman, like I know some guys are like, oh, like we're gonna go back to my place, pour some drinks, blah blah blah. Honestly, I'm in the same boat as like a lot of women. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, let's meet in person first, because like times have changed, bro. You can't just be like, hey, come to my house, blah blah blah, because people are getting set up, like get robbed, to get killed. Like, you never know people's situations. Just like this, like he goes over to this lady's house, like, oh, blah blah blah, we're gonna do this. Now, mind you, she is bad. She's pretty attractive, which would have been my first red flag. Not gonna lie to you. I see somebody like this and I'd be like, oh, you wanna do what? I don't know. So that's why I'm like, no, let's date. Let's get in front of people so I can feel your vibe. And the best way to really learn someone's vibe is two things. Two things that people don't do. One, listen. Listening will save your life, bro. Let them talk. Like, you let them talk, they will reveal this kind of stuff. Like, you could look at their behaviors and be like, that's a red flag. That's a red flag. You gotta just let them talk. But I know sometimes when they're attractive, it gets you. Which leads me to number two. Number two is when they hear them, they don't follow through with what they've learned. Like, they see the red flags and then they're like, well, no. Listen and accept it. Listen and accept it. If you don't, you end up like my guy right here. Like, yeah, like, I mean, she's bad, but look at him now. He got chloroformed and he ends up in the bathroom. Whatever.
Response, Anna elaborates that it's all part of their game. Tom would allow her to sleep with other men and watch on the condition that he would inflict punishment on the men afterward. When Josh realizes they've done this before, Anna quickly clarifies that it's only happened twice. Growing increasingly uneasy, Josh presses her, demanding to know what happened to the previous two men. With a hint of concern on her face, Anna could only offer a vague response, saying things got out of hand. She then apologizes to Josh for getting him into this predicament. To calm an already agitated Josh, Anna promises they'll find a way out. But when she asks if he trusts her, he accuses her of being an accomplice. Offended, Anna insists she's a victim too, and is only forced to obey her husband. Doubtful of Anna's claims, Josh challenges her to prove her innocence by calling the emergency hotline. However, she refuses. To her, Tom isn't an evil person, just a troubled individual in need of help. Despite
Oh, nah, see? Oh, nah, see, that's cap. That's cap. Nah, she capping, bro. You telling me that I'm like, okay, you want me to trust you. So, listening and accepting. He said, Tom's doing good. His name's Tom? Yeah, Tom's doing good, bro. Because he was like, okay, you got me in this. You're an accomplice. Why would I trust you? You ain't no victim. Like, you know exactly what is going on. Also, you've done this twice before. Come on, bro. And then if you were a victim, you would have told me, like, before, like, you would have told me on the app, or you would have told me, like, first of all, I wouldn't have made it to the house, but, like, you would have told me ahead of time, like, bruh. So the fact that she didn't, and the biggest thing is that she's like, oh, like, you know, he's troubled, you know what I'm saying? I don't think he's a bad guy. It's just things that he's going through. Watch out for people like this. People that allow other people to do this kind of stuff. Like, this is an extreme example, but there are smaller examples where you meet somebody like this that is like, oh, like, they're not that bad. They just have some stuff going on. They just kidnap somebody. They just, you know, inflict pain on them, but it's because they're troubled. What? No accountability? Oh, no, that's crazy.
Everything, Anna admits she still loves him. Just then, they hear a knock on the door. Panic sets in as Anna freezes. Acting quickly, Josh lies back and pretends to be unconscious. Moments later, Josh sits up, feigning to have just woken up. However, Tom immediately sees through the act, remarking that he actually
Oh, Josh. He's Josh. That guy's Tom. Okay, my bad.
heard them talking. He then mocks Josh, taking jabs at his cheap-looking clothes. With a sly grin, he asks how it feels to sleep with a rich man's wife. When Anna attempts to intervene, Tom silences her with a sharp, commanding rebuke. To Josh's surprise, Tom follows it up with an invitation to him for a drink. Downstairs, Tom places a gun prominently on the table as a clear form of intimidation. He then pours brandy into 2 glasses, waxing poetic about his love for the drink. Across from him, Josh stands tense and cautious, his eyes never straying far from the weapon. Tom then invites Josh to drink, but the latter declines. When Anna joins them, her husband launches into a rant about how she has broken his heart repeatedly. Tom admits to dealing with his emotions in the past with rage, but claims he now prefers civility. Nevertheless, the sinister look on his face continues to unsettle Josh. With a trembling hand, Josh takes a sip of the brandy. Now fueled by alcohol, Josh musters enough courage to suggest he be allowed to leave. However, Tom refuses, instead asking if Anna had told him of his profession. When Josh says no, An irritated Tom reveals he's a reality TV producer. He readily admits that his shows are fake, but argues they're far less harmful than modern dating apps. Though he acknowledges meeting Anna on a dating site, he criticizes such platforms for fostering superficiality and infidelity. With Josh's eyes remaining fixated on the gun, Tom dares him to pick it up. Instead of taking the bait though, Josh bolts for the door in a frantic attempt to escape. Unfortunately, it's locked. Tom then reveals that his state of
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that's so stupid. I'm out. Oh, it's locked. Josh, come on, bro. Lock in. In these types of situations, you got to be ready. You got to be ready to box, like, at all times. Like when he came into the bathroom or wherever they were, I think there was a bathroom. Yeah, there was a tub in there. When he came to the bathroom, you got to be ready to box. Like, I know it's intimidating, but like that's how a lot of people get, like, put in these situations, because nobody's expecting you to launch the first attack. The person that launches the first attack, unless, you're trash or whatever, but the first one to launch the first attack, you have the advantage because they don't know when it's coming. So it's like, like with that situation, he should have started boxing immediately. Like, even when he came in the place, I would have started boxing. Like, you got to be ready. Like, yeah, Josh just wasn't locked in. He's not locked in.
The art security system ensures no door in the house can be opened without the proper access code. Realizing he's truly trapped, Josh tries to appeal to Tom's emotions. He explains that he had no idea Anna was married and would never have pursued her if he had known. He goes on to share that he's been cheated on before and would never inflict that kind of pain on anyone, knowing firsthand how deeply it hurts. Desperate, he pleads with Tom once again, promising to keep everything a secret if he's allowed to leave. Though Tom empathizes with Josh's past experience, he coldly admits he remains bent on hurting him. To show that he's serious, he subsequently reaches for his gun. Without much choice, Josh dashes upstairs and locks himself in a room. Tom then calmly follows him, knowing he's in complete control of the situation. With the gun in hand, he declares that his potential victim's attempts to escape are only fueling his anger. Suddenly, Anna slips into the room through an alternate entrance. Without a word, she gestures for Josh to follow her and leads him to an adjacent room. Frustrated by his predicament, Josh erupts into a rant, questioning why women like Anna are drawn to men like Tom and the man his ex left him for. Anna then responds with quiet resignation, admitting this isn't the life she imagined for herself. She recalls how Tom had once been an incredible boyfriend whose true nature emerged once they were married. She asks,
Okay. Yeah. Oh, I'm so, bro. All right. I don't want to pause it too much, but this is an important part. I'm so glad they mentioned this. Okay. Let me say this real quick. This scenario of the whole, he changed after we were together. He used to be sweet. He used to be, loving. And then all of a sudden it changed. Like, he was just a completely different person. His true nature. What did I tell y'all before? There is listening and then acceptance. A lot of times what happens I've seen with so many ladies is that they know these guys are like this. If they say they don't, it's cap, bro. Like, I just gotta be honest. Like, I've seen a lot of times, like, does stuff come out of left field? Yeah, it happens. But if you don't, that's because you don't listen. Or if you do listen, you don't accept it. Like, I've seen situations, like I had, there was this girl I knew, and she was like dating this guy, right? And so basically they had a kid together, but then, he was acting all mean, he wasn't loving, blah, blah, blah. It turns out, like, he was cheating on her. He had another girl that was having a baby with him around the same time. And so I asked her, I was like, yo, like, did you not see this, like, coming, like, at all? Like, you didn't see nothing in his actions? She was like, no, like, he completely changed. He was sweet. He was loving, blah, blah, blah. So I said, okay. I was like, let me see a picture of him. She showed me a picture. This dude is, like, tatted up. Like, he looks like the player type. Like, well, people say I do too, but what can I do? I'm light skinned. Anyway, but he was, like, good looking guy, like, tatted up, etc. And I was like, You didn't know this dude was like, you know what I'm saying? And some of the stories, some of the stuff, I was like, you didn't know that this. So that's why I call cap. A lot of times, these women know how these men are. Like, they know how they are. And there's inklings and there's red flags all throughout it. But you know what they do? They don't accept it. They say, I can change him. They say, yes, I've seen this, but he'll never do that to me. Cap.
Adds that by the time she realized who her husband truly was, it was already too late. When Josh suggests she divorce her husband, Anna gives him a sharp look, reminding him that he's already seen firsthand what he's like. She emphasizes that it's naive to think she could simply walk away from someone like Tom. Anna then expresses her disillusionment, claiming there are no good men. Disagreeing with her sentiment, Josh insists he's different, and vows to help her get out of her unhappy relationship. In another attempt to escape, Josh retraces Anna's earlier route and makes it back to the living room. Facing the locked doors again, he hurls a chair at them, but it bounces back, knocking him down. While writhing in pain, Tom eventually finds him. Sometime later, Josh wakes up pantless and
Josh is taking L's. First of all, don't become Superman for her. See that? That's the other thing. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Let me tell you something. Everything that she was saying, see, Josh was hearing, she's trapped. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's got her under his mind control. Like, you know, she's gone through so much. And so she's trying to escape. She just doesn't know how. Wrong. She was telling him basically like, yeah, I'm stuck here. This is my mindset. I want to stay here. She wants to stay here, bro. Nothing in her face, nothing in her expression has shown me that she doesn't want to be there. She wants to be there, bro. Now you woke up pantless. Try to throw it. And that's my thing. Oh, I'll save you. Like, I'll help you get away. I'm different. Bro, this is what happens to guys that be doing this, bro. Like, okay, now I don't know where this is going to go with him being pantless. I hope it doesn't go where I think it is. Because
restrained in a sinister-looking device. To his horror, he realizes he's in Tom's infamous punishment room. Noticing the fresh bruise on Josh's forehead, Tom cruelly presses hard against it, eliciting a scream of pain. He informs Josh that he'll only stop if he says the safe word. When Josh protests that he doesn't even know it, Tom turns to Anna, looking confused. Anna merely shrugs, offering no explanation. Tom then sneers, suggesting that Josh must have been trying to be tough. As the TV producer searches for a device to further torment his victim, Josh pleads to be let go, promising to give Tom anything he wants. In response, Tom demands his dignity back after Josh's betrayal. But, seeing that that's not possible, he chillingly declares he'll take Josh's instead. Holding an adult toy, Tom prepares to humiliate Josh as the latter pleads for mercy. Unexpectedly, however, Tom pauses and reconsiders, only to reveal another device. He then hands it to his wife, instructing her to take charge. The device turns out to be an electroshock tool. Reluctantly, Anna straps it to Josh's private areas and hands the controller back to Tom. As the reality of the situation hits him, Josh erupts into frantic screams for help. His tormentor, however, casually reminds him that they're in a soundproof room. Bracing for the inevitable, Josh starts mumbling his ex Tara's name. This momentarily throws Tom off and causes him to hesitate. Sensing his confusion, Anna calmly reminds him that it's all part of the game and urges him to go through with it. Overhearing,
See, hey, when you know, like, I'm telling you, listen, guys, educate yourselves. You gotta learn how relationships work. You gotta learn how this stuff works, or you will be bamboozled. I knew from the beginning that she was no good. I knew. I was like, okay, like, she bad. First red flag. Now I gotta look into you. And you want me to come over and do blah blah? No. Let's go to a public place. Let me talk to you. Let me listen to you. And once I learn how you kind of are, okay, maybe, all right, let's do another date. All right, let's blah blah blah. But it would have been revealed, like, I'm telling you, if you listen, people will tell on themselves. They will tell on themselves every time. Notice, she was in on it. I wasn't surprised because I said, why would I trust you? You knew this happened to two other people. Bruh. And that's why I say, you gotta box. You gotta be ready to box. Being restrained, that wouldn't have happened, bro. The only way, I mean, I can't say it wouldn't have happened because, you know, who knows, you know, but I'm boxing. If he's swole, if he's slim, I'm boxing. Because I'd rather fight my way out than just willingly end up in this situation. Nah, I'm boxing. Like, we gonna get, and if she come up too, I'm boxing her too. I mean,
In their conversation, Josh suddenly realizes something is off and asks if Tom and Anna are truly married. With Tom unable to give a straight answer, the captive's suspicion only deepens. However, before he can press further, Anna snatches the controls and, with a sinister grin, repeatedly shocks Josh, leaving Tom wincing at the sight. In reality, Tom is just a struggling actor. After being rejected for a role in a show about washed-up actors, Tom returned to bartending and confided in his friend Hampton. He admitted his failed auditions stemmed from unresolved feelings about his ex-wife leaving him for a more successful actor. Hampton then suggested the LoveBomb dating app, pitching it as both a way to find romance and practice role-playing to sharpen his acting skills. Despite his initial disdain for dating apps, Tom eventually relented and downloaded the app, where he later matched with Anna. During their chat, she revealed that her husband had a thing for role-playing. She then proposed an intriguing scenario. Tom would play the part of a psychotic husband who punishes men for sleeping with his wife, while Anna's supposed real husband Josh would act as the unsuspecting third party. The day Tom showed up at Anna's house and confronted Josh actually marked his first real-life encounter with both of them. When Anna rendered Josh unconscious, Tom was genuinely shocked, but she reassured him it was part of her husband's fantasy.
oh no. So it's all her. Oh, that's a crazy twist, bruh. But see, boxing would solve all of this. Boxing would solve all these problems. Because as soon as I started really throwing hands, he'd be like, whoa, he's breaking character. I'm gonna make him break character. I'm boxing. And he's gonna be like, whoa. Like, I'm not blah, blah, blah. And then she tried to run up on me. You got a space. Like, you know what I'm saying? I would be looking at him and I'd be looking at her because I'd be like, yo, what's going on? As soon as I start boxing him, she try to run up, what's up? You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at both. Like, so as soon as I start boxing him, he's going to be like, whoa, I'm an actor. I'd be like, what are you talking? Oh, and then we're going to figure out it's her fast. See, there wasn't enough questions. There wasn't enough action. Josh was just going along with it. And see, that's where he ended up. Be ready.
While they moved the unconscious man to the bathroom, Anna firmly outlined the next steps, emphasizing the need for Tom to stay in character. As Anna torments Josh, Tom grows uneasy and questions the safety of her actions. Annoyed, she snaps at him to maintain character. Tom then realizes Josh isn't her husband, but another victim of her scheme. Sympathizing, he demands she stop, but Anna remains defiant, even mocking him and daring him to act. When Tom points a gun at her, she laughs, revealing it's not even loaded. Desperate, Josh urges Tom to stop Anna, even suggesting violence, but Tom refuses to hit a woman. With Anna unrelenting, Tom tries to grab the controller, only for her to strike him in the face. Left with no choice, he grabs a shovel and knocks her unconscious. Tom quickly frees Josh, apologizing as he works. Once out of the room, they agree to join forces to escape. Since they're locked in, Josh suggests calling the emergency hotline. However,
no, I knew it. As soon as he said, oh, I'm not going to hit a woman. In this, I mean, violence is not the answer. But as soon as he said, oh, no, I'm not going to hit a woman, and I'm strapped to this thing, and you're not actively trying to help me, yeah, it's all elaborate. I'm boxing.
Tom discovers his phone is missing. Earlier that day, when Josh was knocked out by the chair, Tom and Anna proceeded to drag him to the punishment room. As Tom grew concerned about Josh's condition and considered calling for help, Anna distracted him with seduction, stealing his phone in the process. Without a device to call for help, the two men search for another way out as Anna regains consciousness, more enraged than ever.
Why didn't they tie her up? I would have put her in the chair. These dudes.
Failing to open every door, Josh begins to lose hope, but Tom remains determined, noting they're two men against one woman. As Josh reflects on his unlucky love life, Tom empathizes, sharing his own pain. With bitterness, he reveals his son Devin is now in Cannes, with her ex's new partner, living the life Tom could never provide. As the men bond over their heartbreaks, Anna's voice suddenly crackles through a speaker. Having eavesdropped, she mocks their sad stories. She also suggests that they couldn't handle the fact that a woman is now in control of their situation,
Oh
hinting at their
gosh.
underlying misogyny. With a playful yet menacing tone, she adds they won't leave until she's had her fun. Tom then retorts, accusing her of being no feminist, but a deranged person who enjoys causing pain. Anna admits there may be truth to his words, but reminds him they both agreed to this experiment, so they have only themselves to blame. Realizing Anna can't hear whispers, Tom and Josh quietly plot their next move. Unfazed, Anna calmly asserts she can counter anything they try. From the control room, she mocks Tom for not locking his phone, scrolling through his messages, and playing a heartfelt video from Devon. Tauntingly, she asks what to reply and threatens to tell Devon what Tom's been up to. When Anna claims she sent a crude reply to the boy, Tom snaps. Enraged, he storms upstairs to confront her, ignoring Josh's frantic warnings that
I don't know who wrote this, but I don't think it was a man. Well, these guys are, it's like Homer Simpson and Peter Griffin teaming up to go against this woman. Nobody's thinking. Like, what's going on? Why is she still walking around? I would have put her in the chair. She's knocked out. Put her in the chair while we figure out how to get out of this. She's no threat. Why they just let... Okay.
she's only baiting him. As Tom approaches
Okay.
Anna's room,
Wow.
the door suddenly swings open. Armed with a bow and arrow, Anna shoots, striking him directly in the chest. Josh then rushes to Tom's side, desperately trying to help. Struggling to breathe, Tom unexpectedly asks about his acting job from earlier. Trying to comfort him, Josh offers heartfelt praise. A faint smile crosses the frustrated actor's face before he succumbs to his injuries. After watching it unfold, Anna coldly tells Josh she'll give him a head start. She then prepares her weapon and begins counting ominously, revealing that Anna is, in fact, the creator and CEO of the LoveBomb app. In a meeting the day before, an employee, Jared, proposed a premium tier allowing users to pay for increased visibility. Confidently seeking her feedback, Jared was met with Anna's cold dismissal. When he pressed for an explanation, she reminded him that, as the CEO, she owed no justification. Jared then argued that the tier could filter out dangerous users, helping protect women on the platform. But Anna disagreed, stating his assumption that women only want safe connections was misguided. She emphasized that LoveBomb wasn't for serious dating, but for exploring desires without the pretense of safety or commitment. After the meeting, Anna told her assistant, Rachel, that she wanted to fire Jared, but needed a reason. Rachel then mentioned his unwelcome advances toward Cassie, a new employee. Seizing the opportunity, the ruthless CEO instructed Rachel to have Cassie file a formal HR complaint.
Yeah, a man didn't write this. I'm going to tell you right now. If a man wrote this movie, I'd be very surprised. But if he did, he's pandering. Because this right here is ridiculous. All of it. Yeah, a lady had to write this. Let me point it out. You got a boss woman. She gets to do what she wants. No accountability. She's able to trick men, torture men, unalive a man, get them in trouble with HR for doing nothing. I'm going to look up the author after this. The writer. I'm going to look up the screenwriter after this. I got to.
Just then, Anna received a text from Josh confirming their plans. After replying, she instructed Rachel to clear her schedule for the next day, with sinister plans in mind. After giving Josh a head start, Anna searches for him, spotting what looks like a shoe behind the kitchen counter. As she approaches, she notices the chopping board knife is missing and realizes Josh has taken it. Speaking to him, she pretends to favor him over Tom, but quickly drops the act. She aims her weapon at the hiding spot, only to find it with just the shoe. Realizing she's been tricked, Anna scans the room, growing tense and venting her hatred for men. Suddenly, Josh appears and stabs her foot. Despite the pain, Anna manages to fire, hitting him in the lower back. As Josh writhes in agony, she takes aim for a final shot. But before she's able to do so, he gasps out a question, asking why she became this way. Assuming she's dealing with internal struggles, he proposes that they could help each other heal. Unmoved by Josh's words, Anna coldly tells him he'll never understand her. She then reveals, without remorse, that she has already killed the one person responsible for her pain. Realizing his words won't work, Josh lunges, tackling Anna to the ground. In the struggle, he gains the upper hand and strangles her with all his might. Gasping for air, Anna is somehow able to grab an arrow, stabbing Josh in the neck with it. As Anna watches Josh bleed to death, Tom suddenly appears. With rage in his eyes, he stabs her repeatedly with an arrow, and they both collapse, bleeding heavily. In their final moments, Anna reveals she didn't send a crude text to Tom's son. Instead, she sent a kind message, assuring Tom that his son would know how much he loves him. Grateful, Tom whispers his thanks. As they near death, Anna softly suggests she might not be so bad after all. Moments later, Tom succumbs to his injuries, followed by Anna, ending the twisted ordeal with all 3 participants dead.
Subscribe to watch more videos like this. Turn on notifications.
Hold on. Okay, what is this?
Story recapped here.
All right, hold on. Hey yo. Okay. All right. I don't want this video to be too long. Let me look up. I'm gonna look up who wrote this? LoveBomb. Who wrote LoveBomb movie? Kathy Charles. I told you. I knew it. I told you, bruh. Right there, LoveBomb. Directed by David and written by Kathy Charles. I told y'all. All of this is a dream for like woke. I mean, for these women. Like not all women, but there's a certain group of women that love this kind of stuff. All the details I named, this is what they like. Let me say this real quick because once again, you know, I don't want my videos to be too long. Let me say this real quick. The fact that these 2 men, it's not even about being a man. Even if it was 2 women and it was another woman, the thinking of the victims was crazy. Bruh, this would have been settled. Even if I got all the way, like I said, even if I got all the way to getting tied up in the chair, then they free me, and then she gets knocked out. My immediate thing is we're not leaving that room. We're going to put her in the chair. Like, tie her up. That way, none of the rest of this movie can happen. Yeah, I know it's a movie, so it has to. But if this is a real situation, I'm putting her in the chair. I'm strapping her in. There's no way she's getting out. I'm checking her for any weapons, anything like that. There's no way she's getting out, right? That's first. Then, bruh, you had a phone? Let's look around for a phone. Call the feds. Tell them where we are. Do you know where we are? If he knows the address, we're out of there. Why? She's going to prison. What's the thinking? It's just, let me tell you something. Many times I've seen as men, we can get so wrapped up in beauty that this kind of stuff can actually be a real thing. If you're this down bad to where this works on you and you end up like these 2 men, you gotta reevaluate, bruh. Before you get on any dating apps, before you start dating at all, reevaluate, because that means you don't love yourself. You can't. All right, y'all.